Hi there, Tony Bones here with Starline Windows. I'll get to the coffee pot here in a minute, but first I'd like to ask the question, why should I make my home more energy efficient? Now, I'm no engineer, I've got no formal training as an engineer, but I do like to think of myself as a comfort engineer. Now, I like comfort, I'm sure you like comfort, so I guess it makes us all a little bit of a comfort engineer. So if we're all comfort engineers, wouldn't it make sense to make our homes more energy efficient and comfortable? Yes, it does. Now, I'm a window guy, so let's start with the windows and doors. Now, windows, doors, and the envelopes around the windows and doors, meaning your rough opening and how you tie that window system and assembly into your rough opening, is probably one of the most important aspects in building a home or renovating a home. Because if you have any draft coming through that envelope or window system, that is basically, that equals to money going out the window, like the slogan. Now, the best thing to do is to buy high quality products, meaning a casement window, triple glazing, double low E, energy efficient window systems with good frames and glass, of course. We hear it often from consumers saying, oh, your price of your windows are too high. I don't want to grab that option for the better performing windows. I'll just get the basic ones. Well, but these same consumers will have no problem spending extra square footage on fancy flooring, fancy countertops, fixtures in their homes, things that have nothing to do with comfort or lowering the energy costs of that home. Now, picking on older homes, we often hear that, well, I need to replace my furnace before I replace my windows and doors. Well, consumers need to understand that your windows and doors, your furnace system, your mechanical system, and your insulation all works together or against each other. Basically meaning that if you're actually not replacing your windows and doors, instead you decide to do your furnace that is still working, still functioning, but you still have the drafty old windows and you didn't increase the insulation in your attic, you can put a new furnace in, but that new furnace is going to work extra hard still to keep up because you're still going to have that heat loss in the wintertime going through that old glazing system, the old clear glass, the drafty old windows, or through your attic because you don't have proper insulation in there. So that's why it's so important that if you are doing a renovation, you need to look at all three of those things. Your insulation in your attic, your crawl space, any area that's not properly insulated. You want to look at your windows and doors. How old are they? Are they tired, old, weathered, leaking, bad old frames, clear glass? They need to be replaced. And your furnace, of course, probably would be one of the last things, in my opinion. If it's working, you don't need to replace it. But if it is, obviously quit. Well, obviously you have no choice. But they all work together and they all kind of work against each other at the same time. That's why it's important to always consider that. Now, those three things I mentioned, windows and doors, insulation, HVAC or furnace, consumers need to realize that most utility companies are actually wanting to sell you less power, less energy. And this is proof because what they're doing is actually offering you rebates to lower your energy consumption, whether it's a better furnace, more high energy, high output, low energy efficient furnace, better windows and doors, or insulation. They're offering rebates, so that tells you that they're actually wanting to sell you less product they create, whether it's gas or whether it's electricity. So it's kind of weird because they're in the sales game as well, and they're trying to sell you less of their product. So that's a good thing. So look for those rebates because they can actually help you upgrade windows and doors, insulation, furnace, HVAC systems, appliances, that's another good one. So keep an eye out for that, but that's the proof is in the pudding with the utility companies. One last thing before I end is I like to explain why I have this coffee pot here. Now the coffee pot for me is a close example to an energy efficient home or energy efficient windows and doors. Now the reason being is this is just clear glass and it's not insulated, just like an old clear glass window from 1979 or 1885 and an older home that was built in those years as well that didn't have proper insulation in the attic or in the walls. They could have been even 2x4 walls back then. So the biggest advancement that they got in the coffee pot so-called industry would be, let's pour it into a carafe, an insulated cylinder with an airtight lid that kept it warm for hours or even all day. And it maintained its freshness because it didn't have direct heat on it. In order for this to maintain its heat for the day or for hours, you had to have it on a hot plate, basically cooking all day and consuming energy. So the coffee pot, just like energy efficient homes nowadays, you want to make them energy efficient, you want to make them net zero, you want to make them airtight, the envelope, because you don't want any heat loss. Heat loss coffee pot, heat loss in your homes. We only have one planet, so we all got a responsibility to take care of it. So for any more frequently asked questions, how-to videos, check us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. Like our videos, share our videos. And if you've got any further questions, feel free to drop us a line, call us, contact us today, and we would love to be a part of your next exciting project, whether that's a new construction build or a renovation. We'd love to hear from you.